Shot the celebration there. They get into the box for another goal. Oh.
Hello and welcome. This is Football Made in Ghana on Channel 1 TV. Today, you realize you're not the whole anything. Yes, because there be plenty of issues where we come to talk about. So before I go lift the whole chapter of the things we go look into, if you say you for tell a friend to join the show, it be smooth show today. We go discuss important issues. The Women's African Cup of Nations for Morocco. Charlie, since they happen, the Black Queens, hey, Charlie, that put shock me on. We know if you play 3 passes safe together. Can become some way for we, but you know what? We will delve into that. My colleague will explain, open the thing why. Then we will have some people, you know, with experience as well across the globe. May also come, they join in. Then we go do the discussion proper. Then again, we know say the GACA, the President's Cup happened. The way we GACA we organize. So we go look at the issues around that. Kotoko they go Africa. You know, plenty issues around that trend. And they win as well. You know, the President's Cup. We go talk about this. And many more issues on this show. My name is Bernard Abeko-Autry. The name of the show be Football Made in Ghana. The channel be Channel 1 TV. I'll come back right now.
Mimi wakwaba ediba Spine Therapeutic Center. Ahano yehwe echinkasei. Eye wechi nompe.
I had a problem with my waist. I was virtually stiff down. Virtually, I could not move. After going through some treatment with the Spine Therapeutic Center, I am fine. I feel much better, I'm stronger, and I can walk. Now I can even give some action and joy to my wife.
Aha, your food supplement wo ho. Yes, some we yare no na ye tu asie kura e de amount. In fact, yempe ene yakofa spinal scan. Etimi detect spinal misalignment bia e wo wachi. Ye wo physiotherapy wo ho. Ye wo stretch therapy. Ye wo gym. Ye wo massage.
And when you get there, there are so many things that you can buy, including the book that Dr. Labi have written, Your Spine, the way it works, and it will give you the biggest picture of your life.
Chese efa dompe hunkwa dia fabra.
Spine Therapeutic Center. Your spine is our concern.
This is Football Made in Ghana on Channel 1 TV. My name is Bernard Abeko-Autry, and of course, we set the ball rolling. It be Football Made in Ghana, the only pigeon show across the globe. Make I introduce you to my guest, Yao Ej Minta, Yao Mint for the X inside. Tell Yao, everything crisp.
Everything nice.
So last week I don't see for you then. I come small.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Charlie,
everything good.
It be so. Yeah, we could set the ball rolling. First off, we put together something nice, you know, with one of Black Queens. Then Morocco, where they play the Women's African Cup of Nations. We put together a piece. We know if you win, South Africa do with something. Where Desiree Ellis and Magel, they say, oh, we make lucky and things like. If you score plenty, but they also acknowledge, say, we to want our team strong. We could watch a piece of reports we put together. We come back in studio. I will tell you what you see for the game inside.
Kimlas Bjorkegren secured his first victory as head coach of Ghana's Black Queens with a 1-0 win over Senegal at Stade Ladioux. The match was the first of 2 friendlies against Senegal's Teranga Lionesses, part of the team's preparations for the 2024 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Following an earlier loss to Morocco, in the friendly, the Black Queens needed these results to regain momentum. Set to make their 13th appearance at the tournament, they are drawn into a challenging group alongside 2022 champions South Africa, Mali, and Tanzania. For the Swedish coach, who took over from Nora Hutla after her successful tenure, this will be a significant test as expectations remain high. Bjorkegren expressed delight at the win against Senegal.
So we apologize for that. We go put the stuff on Mokwe roll. Yeah, I mean, interestingly, we play against South Africa, where we know if we do anything important. Then we defending champion, we respect that. But it be like we made the team 4-1 at top. What you see?
It be me say he talk say we know if we do the most important. That be say we go win, and that be say you go score goal then win. We don't do that. That be the most important, because if you watch the second half performance, we perform well.
Yeah.
If you watch statistics, we perform well. We get more shots past them. We get more corners past them. You know, XG, we get past them.
Yeah.
Expected goals, we get past them. But the most important thing, say we go score, we go put the ball for the net inside. Then we go. It will help we get the win. Yeah. That one we know if we get them.
Why?
Because when the people, you can say we do some preview on the Monday, you know.
Yeah.
When the people, you know, them be too eager for the eager to score for the penalty box inside.
Okay.
So chance pie, for take your time, read the area inside, find your teammates.
Yeah.
Or you go maintain possession. But instead, then they won't shoot. Every ball then gets then they won't shoot. And that's what it costs we. That's what it costs we. The areas or the situations inside where they for look sharp now. Then unfortunately, Doris Bedua, they do slow small. She won't control the ball, taking time, shaping body up before she go plant the ball. And that one, it no help we. Because, and if you watch the chances we get, Doris Bedua, for instance, the second half, some nice cross become inside. No, Evelyn Bedu give him the cross. Just tap the ball into the net. She control the ball, shape up before she won't come attempt say she go strike the ball. That time then the South Africa defender come where she can't block the shot, we clear the ball. It's about way before the first goal safe, we concede 2 goals. The 2 goals we concede them in the first half.
Yeah.
They do give Doris Bedu some nice pass. They get the chance. She just for relax, then finding teammates, square the ball, giving teammates, or she go taking time, then plant the ball for the far end of the post. No, she rush. When she go play some feeble shots, the way it make them easy, give the goalkeeper. So for me, it be that be one of the biggest issue. That be one of the biggest issue. The things I take away from that game, that be one of the biggest issue. And number 2,
okay.
The Citi play three back.
Yeah.
We play wing backs.
Yeah.
Now it be Gracie Eboa, we did the right side. We Alice Kusi did the left side.
Yeah.
That side
for the middle.
Yeah, no, that side, the left side, no. The left wing back position.
I mean the players for the middle, 4 for the middle.
Yeah, 4 for the middle, yeah.
So
the wing backs, me, I look at the wing backs.
Yeah.
Gracie Eboa there, she try.
Okay.
Alice Kusi inside, no, defensively, now be shaky. Because see, say, the South Africans, no, that side, they use especially the second goal. See the way the build-up come from. Where they tap the ball into, they claim the ball.
Yeah.
Where he score that goal. Yeah, that side, he leaks small. But overall, defensively, now it'll be okay. Near the top, particularly the second half. The second half, yeah, we try. The first half, the coaches they talk say, oh, the first 10 minutes, then they try. But me, as I said, they watch the thing.
You don't see them so.
I don't see them so. At the end of the day, yeah, then get technical eye. But we too, we did back with the consume the thing because you did a pitch stop where they look out for some things. We will consume the entire product, the product in its entirety. Yeah. Sometimes they look at the way we press, and the South African coach, he highlight them for impressor inside. Dr. Desiree Ellis. She highlight them for impressor inside. Say, oh, the first 15 minutes, no, then Ghana, the way we press in team for South African team, no, we try for that one inside the pressing, no. Yeah. But if they press, where they maintain possession, they even take possession of South Africa. They maintain possession. When you get the ball, on one of the few occasions where they get the ball, if you maintain possession, you two are, they create killer chances there. Then what's the point in you pressing? What's the whole point of the high press? Yeah. It be equals 90. Yeah. It about. So then they look out for them and say, oh yeah, we do this right. But me, I just sit back at the watch. Okay, you go press high up the pitch. They pass the ball, then they play through you. Yeah. Okay, then the press will be effective. You on the few occasions where you get the ball, you string passes together. This be the chance, no? Yeah. This be the chance. Feeble shot. And it happened before the goal. it happened before. Imagine say she scored that chance. The context of the entire game, it go change.
Absolutely.
The context of the entire game go change.
When I goalkeeping department.
Yeah, that was be another weakness.
I feel Amenyaku way the way we put on for bench we put.
I feel Amenyaku should be young.
Okay.
Yeah, she be young. Okay. She experienced no day like that. I mean, recently where she played for the African Games and since we win gold. But experience-wise, she they lack. I mean, Conrad, she gets.
Yeah.
But I believe say, it be position where we for address them. And if going forward, the one next game against Mali, that be on Friday, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. If we Kimlas Bioke decides to go change Conrad, me I no go ball because for some time now it be area of concern. I mean,
but if you change them, I feel Amenyaku way there.
Make it bring them on. Make it bring up. If first game you talk say, oh, I be experienced, you know, get like that. This will be big match, big stage dances. So you won't go with the experienced hand. You go with the experienced hand, you see what's happening. You know, shut up force like that. I mean, look at the second goal. I will say we go play the highlight. The second goal will come.
But maybe you know, sort of stage fright, small.
Oh, no. In on the no stage fright. If you be
so why?
If you be the young lady, I mean, they could in there. Where if some mistakes come, they are fine. I will granted. I will take him and say yes. She be new to this stage. But Conrad, oh no. I mean, she did plus the team check.
Yeah.
So something like stage fright, those things there. No, I didn't expect from mom. And on top of that, overall, me like at the talk in performance, no be me like that. Take off. You look at the way we consider second goal. It be not be anything the way she no go fit save. Like she go fit do something about them.
But when a selection for Mali, you know, unlike South Africa, they be defending champions. We they go the games we they do an analysis. We say they go score with the coach.
Oh yeah, me I talk to them score. So me no be surprised.
So I don't want to find out. We could keep the same starting 11, or we could become small because you highlight key areas. You know where we fought when I goalkeeping department.
And when I goalkeeping department, if we feel get some review on them, then make some change. I no go ball.
What of that area, you know, wide where you speak?
The wide, Grace Boy is okay. Alice Kusitu should be okay, but defensively, where now it be problem. Okay. That be the only concern. When I feel the lady who come from the bench, Anastasia. Yeah. I think I like in input. So if sometimes if the coach won't be a bit radical, we won't swap plus Chantel Boy Clocker.
Yeah, so then put them for Bodua and
Bedu them are back. Evelyn Bedu then Doris Bodua them are back. I don't really feel like that. So me I no go shocked. If then swap plus Anastasia, I no go ball. But if we maintain the same starting unit minus the goalkeeper, me I go like them. Yeah, me the goalkeeper there. Yeah, I think they for change them. I think they for change them because the goal we concede, that second goal we concede there. I think say like you go fit do something about them. Penalty there be penalty. Yeah, it be down to the player. So there's big post. If they score you, me I know ball. But the second goal, I think say like she could have done way better. Like, and if she made that save, way be 1-0. Like still do something. The game still be open. But once we consider second goal, we say no, Charlie, the thing a die finish more or less. Especially 2 goals in the first half. Yeah, that be where the problem is. But like if you make that save, where she prevent that second goal from going in, like 1-0 at halftime. Yeah, it's all to play for. Like Ghana go do something. So me, this team that we play against South Africa, make we maintain them. But the goalkeeping department there, make we take a second look at them.
I want to go watch the reports, yeah? We come back from the report, I'm going to make you analyze the South Africa as defending champions. Beating Ghana, they open them up. They give them the opportunity, made them go closer to out of the group first, and closer to the trophy. We could watch a piece of reports one of colleague Gabi Ofe put together in relation to one of Black Queens losing them a first game for Morocco in the Women's African Cup of Nations.
The 5th meeting between Ghana and South Africa at the Women's African Cup of Nations, with Banyana, one of the tournament favorites, once again coming out on top against the Black Queens in Morocco. For Ghana, it marked their 11th appearance at the WAFCON, having won 7 of their opening matches, drawn 2 and lost 2 in previous editions. The team has also suffered 3 early group stage exits in 2008, 2010 and 2014. The Black Queens came into this year's tournament on the back of a series of preparatory friendlies under head coach Kimlas Bjorgren. However, in their opening Group C fixture, Ghana fell short against the defending champion South Africa. Despite the victory, South African journalist Musisiwe Mokoena insists there's still more work to be done by Banyana head coach Desiree Ellis.
She does have plenty of pressure on her to make sure that the team does really well in this camp. I mean, Banyana had played in about 8 finals before they won the tournament in 2022. And it goes back to the team having to do well. But I think the expectations are a bit more on the team, especially with the things that Mpumi is mentioning. The sponsorship, which had been running since 2009, is, looking not to renew. And, that could have a huge impact on South African women's football in general, and not only just Banyana. Because
for the Black Queens, their next test will be against Mali in the coming days. However, according to Ghanaian journalist Aishetu Zakaria Ali, the team will need to step up significantly after their disappointing performance against the South Africans.
I wasn't really excited when Nora left and then the bottom coach came because it was 2 things for me. It was within a short period of time, considering the time that Kim has the team for the tournament. But then again, if Coach Nora wanted to go, nothing could have stopped her because the negotiation both sides didn't go. When Coach Kim came, again, my expectation was very low because he has never coached in Africa before, never played in the WAFCON tournament before, doesn't even know our style of play. So on that front, it was going to be difficult. Starting to understand the players, starting to know how individual players are and how we can get the best out of these players. Because talent-wise, we have talent, but getting the best out of them is the problem.
The Black Queens currently sit at the bottom of Group C with up.
So that'll be the piece of the whole thing we see, or the history where we speak about, and since the ladies speak hard about the fact, say, from South Africa and from the Ghanaian perspective as well, what we feel do or what we know if you do well and all of them things, and a surprise package where they I will make you hold on to the South African bit. We could go on to the lines and connect with Mpumi Manyisi. He'll be South African award-winning journalist. He work with SABC Sport. Hi, Mpumi. How are you doing once more?
Hi, guys. Good evening. Thank you so much for having me. I'm well. I'm doing well.
It's great to always have you on the show. Talk to us. You must be super excited. If not, pleased winning against the Black Queens of Ghana, isn't it?
I'm very excited, but it was no surprise. I did mention the last time that I don't see us, or should I say Banyana. I don't see Banyana. I didn't see Banyana losing their first match as defending champions. So I pretty much expected the ladies to apply themselves the way that they did.
Well, the coach, Desiree, highlighted that should the Queens are taking their chances in the first 15 minutes, would have been crucial enough for them, or would have probably, maybe if you want, expanded the game and made it much more competitive. Are you of the same opinion?
I think the reason behind that is because the ladies were trying to acclimatize. The conditions were extremely hot and it killed the tempo of the game. So it was just one pass at the time. Taking it easy, because if you run too much and then you quickly get fatigued even before getting the job done. So I liked how they were taking it easy. It's not the kind of style that we used to just watching Banyana, because they like playing fast-paced football in as much as they are ball players. And just navigating through spaces and just playing with so much flair. That's how we know Banyana to be. But because the conditions were extremely high, the tempo had to be toned down, but they remained in control, which was pretty good to see.
I look at this team, I see a lot of experience, right from your goalkeeping to the front line. You feel that could play a key part in you getting very close to the trophy in terms of title defense?
I think the technical team was intentional about selecting players that have experience and players that already know what to expect when they get to the continental showpiece and trying to compete to make sure that South Africa retains the championship. 14 of the ladies are the ladies that played in the previous competition where they won the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. So she was intentional about getting as much experience as possible. That's because we've lost key players, players like Janine van Wyk, who is now leading her own team as a coach here in South Africa, the JVW, which plays in the Hollywoodbet Super League. Not only Janine, we also saw Noku Matlo retiring, who was also one of the key players. And these are the players that have the highest cap within the highest caps within the Banyana camp. Not only that, Thembi Kgatlana had asked also to be excused from this particular WAFCON. So key players, we don't see Hilda Matgaya coming in, coming out of injury. Bambanani Mbane as well coming out of injury. Refilo Jane as well coming out of injury. So if you're going to play when you have so many challenges facing the team, you need to make sure that you have enough depth and you have players have experience and know what needs to be done when it comes to, big tournaments. And I think this kind of crop that we have is the kind of crop that would show us what it means to rely on individual brilliance and what it means to rely on players that have experience.
I did not see the experience, Thembi Kgatlana. What effect is, her exclusion affecting this team?
If you remember, in the previous tournament, she didn't play in the most part of the tournament due to injury, but the ladies still managed to win the championship. I did, when I was asked this question a lot of times, if the ladies are going to manage without Thembi Kgatlana, yes, we do see her gap. This is what I was talking about earlier in terms of pace. We still don't have players that have the amount of pace that she has. But we have a lot of experienced players and we have a very good, skillful players that have the technique that we need to at least carry us out of the group stages in the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. And the impact is there because usually we are used to the front trio, which is Hilda Magaya, Jermaine Sepe-Senior, as well as Thembi Kgatlana. But this time around, the formation had to change just to make sure that Des covers all stops because Thembi Kgatlana is not there. And that's why we're seeing players are relying mostly on Jermaine Sepe-Senior up front. But we've also got a youngster that's coming in, Ronelle. So we'd like to see what she has to offer. But nonetheless, in the middle of the park, we've got players that play as anchors to make sure that they support players who are playing forward. We've seen how Linda Mutlalo applied herself. We've seen one of the co-captains, Amogelang Mudau, how she played. And at the back, Karabo Dlamini, Bambanani Mbane, who became player of the match in their opening match when they won. And obviously, Fikile Magama as well, also a debutant who also applied herself very well in that opening match.
Well, it's interesting because, if you have a chap who played 71 times, has gotten about 23 goals for you, it's key if you don't having that person in the setup. But one key factor then again would be, not having your bonuses settled. What's the current situation on ground with the Bayana in terms of what you told us last week. Situation with settling them, salaries, or if you want, money's owed.
That story was mainly about player allowances for April and as well as June camps. Those were the allowances that were not paid by the South African Football Association, and that's why we saw the players staging a stay-in just to stamp their authority to say they need their monies paid so they can start with their preparations for the Women's Africa Cup of Nations title defense. It had nothing to do with player bonuses. I think we are still coming there. Right now, it's mainly about those player allowances for those particular camps. As it stands, SAFA has promised to pay a.
Hello, Mpumi. All right, we'll try and raise Mpumi once more. But I had a last question. Hello, Mpumi. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yeah, your line dropped a bit. Yeah, your line dropped a bit. So if you can carry that point on.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right. Oh, what I was saying is that the story was mainly about player allowances for the April and the June camps. So it had nothing to do with player bonuses. We still come in there, and hopefully if they do retain the championship, they can be paid their bonuses for winning the championship. But more than anything, the story was mainly about player allowances, of which the South African Football Association had promised the ladies that they will pay a portion of the monies owed to them. So meaning they are going to cover the April camp, and I think they will gather again and discuss with the ladies as to how and when are they going to pay the remaining amount. So as it stands, both parties have reached an agreement which is allowing the mother body to pay a portion of the money that is owed to the ladies. But that has nothing to do with player bonuses. I need to put it out there. I think if they do win the championship, then we can start that conversation.
I know Banyana is a strong team as it stands. Of course, she is a defending champion, isn't it? But you look at the Black Queens, Banyana played against them. Do you think they stand a chance in this tournament? Are they getting out of the group stage from what you see from the journalistic spectacle?
You need to remember, Ghana missed out on the previous WAFCON. So they had lost in the qualifiers in favor of Nigeria. So it's almost like it's a team that's trying to find their feet in this continental showpiece. I wasn't surprised that they struggled against Banyana. They are back to also remind themselves as to what is it that they can offer when it comes to African football at its highest level. So, with the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, demands are high. It is high tempo, high performance. The team needs to show up from the first whistle to the last. And also you need to acclimatize to different weather conditions. And you also need to do your research, your homework when it comes to opponents in your group, particularly. So knowing that you are against the defending champions, you need to study how Banyana plays. They always put the ball on the ground. They are ball players and they are quick on their feet. They've got skillful players. They move with their wings. That is Nokolo Klesane, and obviously on the right, Lebohang Ramalepe. And they're very aggressive up front as well, with players like Hilda Magaya and Jermaine Siopesinwe. So you need to do your homework, especially if you're going to play in your opening match against defending champions. You need to stamp your authority. With that said, I don't think Group C is a tough group. I think it's the least tough group compared to Group A and Group B, where you find, in Group B, where you find Nigeria, Tunisia, where you find Algeria. In Group A, you saw what happened in Group A, that 4-goal thriller with the Zambia as well as the host, which is Morocco. And we also saw that match in Group A, Senegal also stamping their authority against DR Congo. So it's a matter of trying to find their feet and making sure that they know whom are they playing against. And once you understand the team that you're playing against, you also know how to apply yourself against that team. I do think they are slightly going to struggle in Group A. Theirs is to make sure that they win their second match. If they fail to win their second match, then it's a problem.
Wow. Indirectly, you've mentioned the big girls in this competition. Before I finally let you on, I mean, the prize money is a plus to this competition in this edition, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a plus. Kudos to Kev. The amount that they're willing to give the winners of the championship, it is decent money. A big raise from the previous WAFCON. That goes to show that CAF is taking women's football seriously, and they are taking initiative in making sure that they grow what we have to offer as Africans when it comes to women's football. And this is where it starts. $1 million is not a child's play. That's a lot of money. Even the trophy, the unveiling of the trophy, what a beautiful trophy. This is what we want to see, so that African football is not taken for granted. We've got some of the highest paid players all over the globe. And we've got some of the most top players playing in different parts of the world. So this also shows that they recognize the kind of talent that we have and the strides and how African football has grown, especially when it comes to the women's side. And I'd like to say again, kudos to Kev for showing up for the ladies. This is a much deserved prize money. The ladies are even more motivated now to make sure that they at least find themselves in that top 4 spot to sort of try now and take the championship or the crown away from Banyana.
All right, thank you very much, Mpumi Manyisi. It's always good to have you here to explain details of these issues to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
That's great. So we hear from Mpumi Manyisi, who is a South African award-winning journalist. They work with SABC Sport. We will raise and we talk about a lot of issues. I'm going to go for a quick commercial break. When we return in studios, I'll go look at them issues. Then I ask another important question about the South Africans. Where they go feel they defend this title. This is Football Made in Ghana on Channel 1 TV. We'll go for a short commercial break. When we return back in studio, we'll go discuss more. This is Football Made in Ghana on Channel 1 TV. My name is Bernard Abeko-Ochre. I'm there in the studios, of course, with Yahweh Jamie. This will be the only pigeon show where you're there across the globe on Channel 1 TV. Wherever you do that watching from, we know, but I should add your message to the text line that go roll on your screen. Yeah, then I won't make you talk to me about South Africa. But I feel say once in Mpumi do one, move for switch, then go Gaka. So make a switch. Or you have something small you want to before?
Oh, well, I then go if you defend them title.
Yeah. Something small that will go switch out.
I'm not sure. Per the early exchanges there, I did tip either Nigeria or Morocco or Zambia. One of them three. South Africa, I should say they go make the semi-finals.
You enjoy what you see Zambia play against the host nation?
Small. Okay. No, but now they think they go do better.
Okay.
Honestly, now they think they go do better. Seeing how they play over the years, the team be more settled, then get more pacey, powerful players. Now I expect they then go do something better. But at the end of the day, they play against the host nation. It'll be the first game of the tournament. So if you go through the motions first, clear them jitters out of your system before the normal quality will flow. So now they expect more. But they don't disappoint me. But now they expect more. So that be how I would describe my performance so far.
Fantastic.
But for Ghana, we will win against Mali. And like Mpumi said, kudos to CAF. The money we get right now, the CAF women's AFCON, the prize money be 1 million. It be at par. It be the same as the money the winners of the women's Asia Cup.
Okay.
Them to then they get.
Okay.
Where the South American one be 1.5 million.
Okay.
Then Europe be 2 million. Then the World Cup it be 4 million.
Okay.
But so as we get to 1 million, then progress small. So kudos to CAF. But South Africa, if they ask me now, I'm not sure say they go fit defend them a title. But what I see there, I see Nigeria, Morocco, or Zambia, they go fit win it.